Hey guys, what's up? It's Kitty and I'm back with another video. And today I'm going to be doing a everyday makeup routine. I'm going to be doing it pretty detailed so you guys can see what I do, like, to achieve my everyday makeup routine. I do it a lot differently than I did before, just because of the fact that I started falling in love with makeup again. Like, when I had my business, I literally had access to makeup like all the time, so I always had makeup. I literally never went makeup shopping, like, at all. So now I'm trying to incorporate other products into my routine other than just my own. And if you guys didn't know, I did take a break for a while, but I am back with my business. So you can find us under the name Waifu Princess Palace on Instagram. Just had a blowout sale that is currently sold out, so there's a lot of products and palettes on sale for discounted prices just to make room for the new products. So yeah, we're gonna be opening back up pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, so I'm gonna be showing you guys my detailed makeup routine with products you can get from Sephora and Ulta. So if that's something you're interested in, then keep watching. First, I'm gonna start with putting on this headband. I do have in my Bellamy clip-ins. These are 24-inch clip-ins. I'm gonna make a separate video about the clip-ins because some people have been asking me about those as well, so I'll make a separate review video and showing how I clip them into my hair and everything like that. I did actually successfully silk press my hair now. I know how to do it. I'm still working on making it even better, but I can get it way flatter than I did in my first video I posted about it, so yay. But yeah, so I'm gonna start by putting on this headband. It's kind of dirty with makeup, but I just wear this headband to keep my hair out of my face. So the first thing that matters the most is your skincare. Your skincare is going to determine what your makeup looks like when you're doing it. The better your skin routine, the better your makeup comes out. So I did do my full skincare routine already. I'm going to do an updated video of my skincare routine also. I think I've only done one like some years ago, so I will do an updated one because it's changed quite a bit. I've been using only like Glossier products for the past like a year or two, and also some of my Mocha Beauty skincare products at the time that I had them. But now I'm trying to venture out. Like I said, I'm trying to get away from sticking to only one thing just so I can venture out more and enjoy like things like makeup and skincare more. So I ran out of my Glossier priming moisturizer, and I had been using this CeraVe moisturizer. I had been using this CeraVe moisturizer, but it's just a random moisturizer that I picked up from Target. It's fine. It's nothing really special about it in my opinion. It's just like a regular moisturizing lotion. So I did run out of this, so well, there's a little bit left, but I went ahead and I had a Sephora. I did a little haul at Sephora a few days ago, and I went ahead and grabbed the Fenty Skin, because one thing I have used before is like Kylie Skin, but I've never tested out Fenty Skin before. So I just went ahead and grabbed the Fenty Skin moisturizer. This is a moisturizer and SPF, I believe, mixed together. So that's super cool that it's 2-in-1, because I also needed a new sunscreen because my sunscreen is pretty much running out too. The one I used before was the Glossier Invisible Shield sunscreen, and I love that sunscreen just for the simple fact that it goes on clear. Like, there's no white cast. Like, that's what I hate about sunscreen, like having like really thick white sunscreen and you have to rub it in like 20 times to make it go away. I hate that type of sunscreen. So yeah, so this is one I have been using. So far I really like it, and I do feel a difference from like the CeraVe one. This one feels more luxurious. I don't know if you guys get what I mean, but it definitely feels like thicker and more luxurious when you're putting it on. But yeah, I already put some of this on, but I'm gonna go ahead and just use a little bit more. The other thing I like about this is that it's literally pink. Like, I've never had a pink moisturizer. But like I said, I did do my skincare a little while ago, so I'm just gonna put on a little more of this moisturizer. And so you see how easily like that rubbed in? Literally no white cast, like no hassle. Like, it rubs in so easy. And like instantly I feel like smooths your skin. And this makes it like pretty and glowy. So yeah, so far I definitely recommend this moisturizer. I love it. It does have fragrance in it, which might be irritating to some, so just keep that in mind. This is the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I'm loving it so far. It's really, really good. I love it. I use about like 1.5 squirts of this, and I'm just gonna apply that on my face. So after that's all done and applied, I do go in next with my brows. If you can tell, my brows are tiny. That's because I do shave the tails of my brows. I've always had a problem with doing brows. Like, they're one of my most complicated things to get right, just because I would never do the same shape like every day. Now I've figured out that my favorite way to have my eyebrows are thin. Not super skinny thin like early 2000s, but a little bit like that, like thin brows. That's my favorite way. I do conceal them to make them look as perfect as I can. Something else that's kind of funny that I noticed about my eyebrows, I don't know which one it is right now, but when I was watching one of my YouTube videos, one of my eyebrows was, I think it was this one, was literally like going like this way. I was like, oh my gosh, did I like draw them opposite? But I knew I didn't, because when I looked in the mirror, they literally looked the same. But I realized I have like an overactive like eyebrow muscle in one of these brows. I think it's this one. So when I talk and my face isn't like resting like this, then when I like talk, I like raise it, and I don't even know I'm doing it. So it's so funny because I literally thought I was like drawing them like opposite for a while. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on brows. The first thing I go in with is this NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Black. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush them out, and it's really hard for me to do brows on camera, so I'm probably just gonna show you guys a bit of it. I do have my vanity set up over here behind me, so I'm probably gonna do them in the mirror, but I'll show you guys just the steps. So after brushing them out, I just like start filling them in, and then I make a tail. So I'm gonna show you guys after I do that. So I have them filled in now, and like I said before, I've tried out so many like crazy looking eyebrows. I even did like soap brows, but then like made them super bushy like those model brows, and no, I did that for like a week and I was done. So yeah, it doesn't matter how good they're filled in right now. I just like try to get, oh yeah, see what I was talking about the eyebrow look. It's like going up. My face is rested, they're even. But they're not fully black. Like, I like having black eyebrows. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a palette from my brand. This was the Horror palette. It was inspired by Tokyo Ghoul. You can see my character as a ghoul on the front. But yeah, I use this palette for a few things that aren't eyeshadow, because another thing I'm working on is eyeshadow, okay? Like, I don't like how I look with eyeshadow most of the time. So that's something that we're gonna get to later, and I'll show you guys a lot of demonstrations with palettes from my brand for eyeshadows. But I'm gonna go in with this color Sebastian right here, and I'm going to, with this color Sebastian right here, I'm gonna just fill in the ends of my brows. So from like here to there, but not the front. And I just grab that like this, and I'm gonna fill in the okay, so that's what they're looking like now. And like I said, they're even, but my eyebrow just goes up when I talk for some reason. Go ahead and go in and conceal. Oops. So I do use Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. It's literally like the best concealer I've come across. I've used mostly I use like Maybelline Fit Me concealer and LA Girl Pro concealer. Those were like my go-to concealers. But like I said, I was trying to elevate my makeup game and fall back in love with makeup. So I'm falling back in love with makeup again. And yeah, I'm gonna be using this one. And I have this one in the color Butterscotch. The little edge here and just put some like about 2 little swipes onto my hand. Brows are like literally the part of my makeup that individually takes the longest. So yeah, but I need to grab a mirror. So I'm gonna use this Too Faced palette to just get in there so I can see better. So I just conceal the bottom like that on both sides, and then I conceal the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I'll be back. Okay, so my brows are concealed. Like I said, please ignore my eyebrow. It does that, okay? Like lifts, okay? But you see it's happening now. Like I can't put it down. It literally just I'm gonna get some Botox for that or something. I like to keep that there. But anyways, so I went ahead and concealed my brows, and what I'm gonna do next is just clean it up a little bit more, and also I'm gonna show you guys how I pull out and blend the concealer. I'm taking this Glossier Boy Brow just to put my eyebrow hairs that are kind of out of whack in place. The clear boy brow, by the way. Alright, and then after that I'm just gonna clean it up just a little bit more with concealer. And that's what they're looking like now. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer around the brows. Choose where I want my eyebrow to start, if that makes sense. So I'm going to blend the lower concealer down and the upper concealer up. So the magic here is literally in the concealing. Like my brows looked completely different until I concealed them. And I do go in and touch it up a little bit more with my eyebrow pencil after I'm finished, just to make them a little bit more even. But brows are sisters, not twins, so they might not come out perfect every time, and that's completely fine. Okay, my brows are pretty much good to go. I'm just gonna take this damp beauty blender, and this isn't an actual beauty blender by the Beauty Blender brand. It's from Marshall, so it was just like a blending sponge, like trio. It came with this one. It came with this one that I'm gonna also be using, and this one, which I don't use for anything. That's why it's still dry. But these two are damp. I'm gonna blend a little more of that concealer. And there we go, we're finally done with brows. Like I said, this is the most tedious part, but I love making sure my brows come out cute and thin. That just elevates the makeup in my opinion. So the next thing we're going to be doing is foundation. So this is also something new, that's newer in my routine. I literally, at some point, like I said, around 2019, I don't know what was happening, but I was just too busy. But around that time, I stopped using foundation because I think I kept buying the wrong shade. Like I had the Fenty foundation, like the original one, in like 310, and my color is like 380. Okay, I think I tried to get it when it was sold out. I was like, this is close enough. So if you go back into my old videos, like back in the day, you'll see like I had this super bright foundation and it just did not look right. Okay, so I think I just like gave up on foundation because I thought they didn't have my shade or something. But anywho, yeah, I don't really like Fenty foundation. This one's 370. I think this one's also not my color. My skin is pretty dry, so I don't like using like matte foundation, so I think that's why I didn't like the first one originally. So I did get the hydrating one, and I honestly don't even remember when I used this. Like I don't recall wearing this foundation, but it's like used. But okay. So the foundations that I use currently, these are like, oh my gosh, these are just the new ones that I've tried. Okay, like I only used concealer for like 2 years. It was literally the LA Girl Pro concealer, and I would put it all over my face and just blend it in just like concealer. I mean, just like foundation, and called it a day. Okay, But yes, I want to incorporate foundations back into my makeup routine. So these two are the two that I have bought, and I absolutely love them. Okay, both of them. I love both of them so much. This is the Dior Backstage Foundation. It is a light to medium coverage. And then I also have the Born This Way foundation, and this one is a medium to full. So I do have two different ones for different looks, but I believe they're both buildable. So I don't use too much foundation, and that's just my preference. And you can use more or less, and that will like build your coverage depending if you want a super medium or a super full. So these are way better at my color match. Okay, these are almost perfect. The Dior foundation is in 4.5 warm, 4.5 W. And then I have the Born This Way foundation in the color Butter Pecan. These are like pretty much the same color. This one's a little darker, but they're interchangeable. Today I'm gonna go for the Too Faced foundation because I do want to do a slightly more medium to full coverage look today. So I'm gonna go with this one. I just shake it up, and then I use about like less than one full squirt. So I use like, I don't push it all the way down. Like I use like less than a full one. So that's what I do. And I just put it on my hand, and I just take my finger and just dot it on my face. Just do like two more dots. Okay, and after I do that, I still have some left, but I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe that off because I'm not gonna use that. Like I said, I do like going for either a light coverage or a medium. I haven't tried a full coverage yet. Maybe I'll do like a full foundation coverage one soon, but I do use a lot of concealer, so that helps out with the coverage. And for this, I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics brush. This was the Weekend Vibes set. So it was a set full of like 8 brushes, I think. Those Weekend Vibes, I got it from Ulta. And it's this really fat blending brush. And I'm just going to go in and blend my foundation. This is also something that's new. This is like, I've just started using brushes to blend my foundation. I only use beauty blenders at first, but I like how it spreads with a brush. So I'm gonna just start blending that out. I kind of just pat like this and just bring it around my whole face. Something I do want to note is that the Dior foundation is a little easier to blend than this one. This one's super easy to blend also, but that Dior one, it just spreads like easily. Like it spreads so easily. This one does too, but I just noticed it's a little bit more work that I have to do to blend this one out. That is pretty much all blended out now, so I'm just gonna put this brush up. And the next thing I do after this is concealer. So I'm gonna take the same concealer I use on my eyebrows as well as another one. So there was like a shade or two in between that I wanted to use, but these have been sold out, okay? Because these are literally like the best concealers. So easy to blend, and they don't dry down like super hard fast. So you can leave them on your face for a while and still be able to blend them out. The other two I'm gonna be using, this is the same one, Butterscotch, and then I'm also using this color, which is Latte. Like I said, this color is a little bit brighter than I would have normally used, but if the other one was sold out, so I grabbed this one, and I still like how my foundation looks. I still like how my base looks with it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the darker shade first, which is Butterscotch, and I'm going to just apply concealer where I need it most. So I put some on my chin, right here under my nose. I'm going to put some on my nose. Then I'm going to take the lighter concealer. I like to do slightly like brightened under eyes. So I'm going to apply the bright concealer here. And then I put a little bit also on my nose, just to lighten up the nose one. And that's it for the lighter concealer. Then I take the darker one again, which is Butterscotch, and I just apply it to the outside, like that. Just to the outside area, right there. And this one is getting low, so I need to buy another one before I run out, because if I run out of Butterscotch, like, my makeup's gonna look crazy. So to blend this out, I'm gonna be using the same beauty blender that I used to blend out my eyebrow concealer. But first, I'm gonna let it dry down for a little bit, like a few minutes, because like I said, it's easier to blend out even when it dries down. And I do have a lot of creases under my eyes, so even when I do makeup, it doesn't really cover up the creases under my eyes. It's just hereditary. I also have like some fat bags under there, if you noticed. Also, that I started highlighting for a little bit, but I kind of don't look like that look anymore, so I'm going to just completely cover them. And then if you guys can see, I have like creases right there. When I smile, like, I have creases, and I've had those since I was literally a kid, like a baby. Like, I have like a baby picture of me at like 2 or 3 where I literally have these little like creases under my eyes, so it's just genetic. So I don't worry about it too much. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this out. So the last thing I blend is my nose. You see how full coverage that is? It's like so full coverage. Wow. But yeah, so I'm just gonna blend out this one. And I'm gonna blend here under my nose. Just blend here on the corners. And I just start mixing it together. And I'm also gonna take the concealer on top of my eyelid. So now my concealer is all blended out. You can just see how the whole canvas just looks like so smooth. It looks so pretty. So the next thing I do is powder. I have the Beauty Bakery Pinch of Flour powder in Cassava Yellow. And then I also have the Huda Beauty powder in Blondie. So these are two of my absolute favorite powders, but I do want to say that I think the Huda Beauty powder is just a little bit better. I got this one from TikTok recommendations, and this one like blurs your makeup out. It looks literally amazing. And this one is really good too. This is one I've used for a while, but this one, I also like it that it's more of a yellow powder. If you guys can see, I think I have an older version of the Cassava powder, because this one, I had another one that was more yellow, but this one's like super white beige type of color, and this powder is like more yellow. I really like powder that has a yellow undertone because I feel like my skin has more of a yellow undertone, so I just feel like it's super flattering. And I also did remove like the little sifter that was in there. I just used some tweezers and pried it out just to make it easier to access. And for my powder, I'm gonna be using this beauty blender. It's the one that's like this shape. But yeah, so first thing I'm gonna do is take some on the beauty blender. Oh, and I do want to mention, I got a lot of my makeup techniques from Elijah. She definitely helped me to figure out a great base routine, just the techniques of how to do your makeup. Blot off some of this powder, and I'm going to take the rest. I'm going to just blend it in under my eye. You guys can see how that literally like looks so good. Like it like instantly like blurred it. And then I'm gonna take the powder on my chin, under here, on my nose, and my forehead. Now that that is finished, I'm gonna just take this brush which has some leftover, like, I don't have a contour stick right now, so I just mix some foundation with a dark eyeshadow, and yeah, I'm just gonna put some of that there, see? Like that. This brush that's also from the BH Cosmetics Weekend Vibes, and I'm just gonna tap that in. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and bake my makeup and just press it under my eye like so. Here to cut my contour. And the bottom doesn't like taking a lot, so I do go back in after I do it like that. Boom, boom. I just go back in with the other side and just fill in the area with some more powder. Just like that. Now we are done with the powder, but if you guys see what I was saying, it has like a really pretty yellow tone to this powder brush. I'm gonna be using this Mocha Beauty brush, which was from our fluffy brush set. I'm gonna just go ahead and dust this flower off. I'm gonna dust this powder off. The makeup is looking literally flawless right now. And then for bronzer, I'm gonna use the same Horror palette from my brand. And I'm gonna take the color Shiro right here. I'm gonna dab it in, knock some off, and I'm just gonna blend in that contour I did here. I'm gonna take that same powder brush, get rid and blend in this powder, just like that. And then for the contour, I added under here. I just use my beauty blender on the fat side and just blend that in as well. Alright, so my camera battery died, but I'm back. So we did just finish off with the powder. So now just to add some color back into my face, I'm gonna go in with blush. I wanted to try out a pink blush, so the one that I have is Revlon Tickled Pink. This is what it looks like. It's a really pretty pink color. I'm gonna use this brush from my brand. This is our cat paw blush brush, and I just stipple that. If you guys can see, it has a cute cat paw on it. But I just tap that in like this, and then I smile to get the apples in my cheeks, and then I just tap it on like this, and I bring it up to the top right here of my head. And there, that is how I do my cheek blush. Going in with that same blush and a dense brush from the Weekend Vibes collection from BH Cosmetics, and I just put it here. Then for highlight for my nose, I'm gonna take another brush from my BH Cosmetics brushes. This one is like a very thin brush, and I'm gonna go with the Natural Eyes palette from Too Faced. And I just go into this color here, which is Silk Teddy. And I just take a little bit on there. And I do one line across my nose, like that. Just like that. For eyes, I go in with two different mascaras. I use the Sky High mascara and the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Now I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild waterproof liner, and I'm just going to do a cute little wing. Then I'm just going to apply my mascara, starting with the Sky High for the top. Too Faced and do my bottom lashes. And there, my bottom lashes are done. So today I'm going to be using these Kiss lashes. And for eyelash glue, I go in with Duo Lash Glue. And the easiest way for me to do lashes is literally to put this and put it on my eye and then apply the lash. That's how I've been doing it since I was younger. I can never do it by like putting the glue on the lash. It never worked. So I just put it on like eyeliner basically. So now that my lashes are on, we're almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and take a makeup wipe and wipe this like excess makeup that's on my lips off. So today, first I'm gonna be going in with my Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. Just to plump my lips up a bit. And this one burns, just letting you know. And we're gonna let that work and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back and this is what my lips look like now. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this gloss off. And the gloss I'm gonna be using today for this look is the Dior Gloss in Princess. And the last thing I have to do is highlight my inner corners. I'm gonna take that same Natural Eyes palette from Too Faced, the same color Silk Teddy. I'm gonna put it right in my inner corners. Next, I'm going to just grab my Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm. This is like my favorite thing ever, okay? This is what it looks like, and I have the silver one in How Many Carats. I'm planning on grabbing the gold and the pink one too because I just have to give them. They're so pretty. I literally use this on my face and all over my body. So I'm going to just use this powder brush from BH Cosmetics. And I just go on my cheeks. I don't know if it picks up on camera. But I'm going to go on my cheeks like that. All over my chest. And then also on my arms. Just like that. And the last thing I do for my makeup is use some setting spray. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set. And I put like a generous amount. I'm just going to go ahead and take this headband off and fix up my hair. But yeah guys, this is my completed everyday makeup routine. I hope this video was super detailed and helped you guys understand what I do to get this look. I have a lot of videos that I plan on rolling out. I'm trying to get to it, you know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a like, comment down below what videos you'd like to see next. Turn on the notifications to get notified every time I post, and subscribe if you don't already. Thank you for watching. Bye.